Well, greetings, faithful followers. I'm Brother Jack Angry, and this is Inferno, the cougar from hell.
Hello, everyone.
And we wanted to take a minute here to give a special shout out to a good friend of ours, our friends at the Shilling Shockers TV show, namely Penny Dreadful the 13th, and her husband and sidekick, Guru the Werewolf. Their real-life counterparts, Danielle Gallagher and Magoo Gallagher, you know, they've had some rough times over the last year or so. Her husband, Magoo, who plays Guru the Werewolf, has been battling cancer, and as you know, with this kind of an illness and the treatments you have to go through to keep it at bay, obviously that takes a toll on a person emotionally, physically, and most importantly, financially.
Family.
Yes, and it takes a toll on the family. I know Penny's, or Danielle has taken up, you know, to try and do her best to cover any lost income by working more than one job. And that's been especially hard on her, and, you know, we salute her for that, and Magoo for everything he does. That's why we want to tell you about a site on GoFundMe.com. It's Magoo's medical expenses, and we'll be putting a link here at the bottom of this announcement here, and it may be on the screen right now. I'm sure you'll be able to see it, but please take a moment to go to the site, follow that link, and donate what you can, even if it's just a few dollars or as little as $5. Every little bit helps. This is going to help Magoo recap or recover what he's lost for wages, what he's lost for, it's going to help make his medical expenses, and it's going to help with the things, give him the peace of mind that he can concentrate on his fight and hopefully make a full recovery. And that's what we're all pulling for here. The crew, myself, Inferna, Brother James, Torrid, Dedra, we're all pulling for Magoo to make a complete recovery. And for him to do that, he's got to focus 100% on fighting his illness and coming back better and stronger than before in 2014. And we want to help that happen. So even if you can't donate, or you can only donate a few bucks, if you can't donate, then spread this around. Like this video on Facebook. Share it with your friends, your family, your Facebook friends, your Twitter friends. Let's get Magoo the support he needs to beat this and to come back stronger than ever. So, I'm Brother Jack Angry, along with Inferna, and from the rest of the crew here at the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Magoo, keep fighting. Hang in there, buddy. We've all got your back on this.
Show support that there's people out there that actually care.
That's
when
right.
You're in that situation.
And we know that, I mean, I check the site every day, and we know that many of you care. A lot of you have donated. They're at over 50% towards their goal. So with a little bit more love, a little more support, we can get them to where they need to be so that Magoo can focus on his recovery without having to worry about covering these expenses. And we're going to do everything we can, and we hope you will too. So thank you and enjoy. Well, greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry.
And Ash.
And Ash, the Devil's sister, live from the Monastery of Mayhem, at movie night at the Monastery of Mayhem. Tonight's film is the 1973 classic, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
I didn't get that memo. I played with dead stuff all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, and I'll bet you did, but I'll bet they died with a smile on their faces.
Aww. You're so sweet.
Yes, it's like, it's like I could see guys lining up, kill me, kill me, kill me.
When I was 5, I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. We don't condone that in any way, shape, or form. If you're going to play with dead things, they should be 18 years of age or older. It's like, sorry, this is not the Omaha chapter of NAMLO. So it's like, no, don't condone that any way, shape, or form. Little side note to the news. What was it last week? Fred Phelps, the pastor of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh yeah.
He finally shuffled off this mortal coil, and all we can say is,
do you think he's in heaven right now?
Not if they've got any kind of admittance policy.
Oh my God.
It's like, ready or not, Satan, here he comes.
Oh man.
It's like, and we do want to throw a prop out to our good friend George Takei. He's a good friend of the show. He did ask that people not picket the funeral, and it's like some people, pretty much went along with that. Others didn't. So I imagine they had their fair share of demonstrations and everything. It's like...
Well, I mean, it's just karma. What comes around goes around.
Well, that's true. I mean, it is all about just desserts, and, Fred Phelps will get his, and, in the cosmic scheme of things, there's no doubt about that. But it's just a matter of how the rest of us choose to conduct ourselves, and,
I wouldn't go picket somebody's funeral, but if somebody else wants to, that's their deal.
Well, it's like when I finally go, and which I'm sure some people are hoping is tomorrow, but sorry, you red-haired bastard, it ain't gonna happen. Sorry, I'm gonna be here for a long, long time to come.
Unfortunately.
Yes, it's like I'm sure a lot of people are saying that. But anyway, when I go, I want to be buried, with my arm sticking straight up in the coffin doing this, or with my butt facing up and a big sign that says, kiss this, But then I'm just weird. They do call me Jack Angry after all. So anyhow...
Sometimes I call him Jackass.
Yeah, Jackass, Jackwad, Jackhole.
Jack-off.
Yeah, you've pretty much called me everything that there is under the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of sun, a good deal of this movie takes place at night. And that was done actually by the device of the filmmakers, who wanted to give the movie a very surreal, very kind of 1960s horror vibe. But they kind of missed it because where the soundstage that they were shooting on was completely indoors, and there was, if you look on some shots, you'll see the backgrounds, and if you look real hard, you can see like the studio walls in the background and support beams and things like that. This film was not high on technical values, but the crew was high on something else, I've heard.
Oh, well, that would explain a lot of things.
Yes, it's like one of the, so speaking of Fred Phelps and George Takei and all that, this film actually was one of the first horror films to feature positive gay male role models.
Wonderful.
In the form of 2 actors who were dressed as zombies.
That's something that was unheard of in the 70s.
Yes, exactly. In the 70s, it's like the gay was still considered way deep in the counterculture.
Wasn't it still considered a mental illness at the time?
I believe up until the early 90s, gay homosexuality was considered as a mental illness.
I know people who still consider it a mental illness.
Well, yes, it's like, well, we've cut down that tree, but let's face it, the roots go really deep. So they're not there yet as far as getting equality and everything. I mean, gay activists, I know several of them. People like George Takei.
Not George Takei.
George Takei.
George Takei.
Takei.
Original Star Trek series, yes!
Sulu! Sulu was a flamer, who knew? Well, wait a minute, we all did, but that's okay, we love him anyway. You know, I had the pleasure to meet George Takei at a convention here in Omaha probably about 25 years ago.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I stood in line for like 4 hours to get his autograph.
Wow.
By the end of it,
he's so cool.
Yes, he is.
I follow him on Facebook. He's hilarious.
He's a great guy. Great guy. But we're going to get started here with the movie Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shockorama. So enjoy.
Enjoy.
It's Alan. He's such a dear boy. Oh, this is Jeffy. He's so full of fun. Oh, this is Anya. Isn't she just the sweetest thing? And this is their new friend, Smedley. They're giving him a party. It's his coming out party. Oh, the children are having such fun. They're laughing and laughing. And it all began here, one foggy winter's evening.
1971. Oh. He ought to be ripe. It's party time. It's the shank of the evening. My friend Orville and I are having cocktails in 10 minutes at my island cottage.
Alan, you're not really going to take that thing back to the cottage.
I, Alan, take this body.
Yeah, and welcome to it. You deserve everything you're getting.
There's no business like show business like...
And I think, in time, we may get even closer.
I'm going to take your scraps and feed them to my dog. Well, that's all right. Just keep a stiff upper lip.
Oh, yes, they had such a wonderful time. They laughed and laughed and laughed. That is, until Orville's friends dropped in. Then they screamed and screamed and screamed. Children had such a lovely time. It's too bad nobody ever told them children shouldn't play with dead things.
Well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. What did you think of Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things? Wasn't some of those scenes hilarious? I mean, especially the ones where the old caretaker was taking the piss on the grave and the zombie comes up and grabs him on the shoulder and all of that. You know, it's like he turns him around and guess what? The zombie got peed on. You don't see that on The Walking Dead. I mean, let's face it, nobody's going to see Rick or Daryl whip it out and piss on a herd of oncoming zombies. Although that would be a really funny bit for the blooper reel.
It would be funny.
You know, it's like, speaking of The Walking Dead, did you see the season finale on Sunday?
Don't tell me anything.
Oh, no,
I'm only up to the second season of Walking Dead. I'm so behind. I'm trying to finish Breaking Bad. I'm on the last season of that, and then I need to move on to Walking Dead.
Breaking Bad, you know.
Good shows.
Walter White. We love Walter White.
Walter White. My Heisenberg. I've got the Heisenberg portrait in my living room.
Oh, really? I want one of those little hats.
Oh, yeah.
With a hat, it's like, Brother James has got the goatee and everything. We'll get him
so badass. Yeah, he could totally dress up as Heisenberg.
There you go. We'll get him one of the little hats and, let him go as Heisenberg,
Yes!
Great show. Well, I won't give anything away about the season finale of The Walking Dead, just to say that it was fantastic.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see it.
You definitely got to see it. I can't wait for next year.
So, is the show over, or are they doing another season?
They're doing another season after this. And it's like, by the way, Terminus, you are so fucked.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, well, you gotta watch it, but
don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm not telling you anymore. Great show.
I had to purposely not go on Facebook for the whole week that the shows were playing or premiered or the season finales, because people give this stuff away. I don't want to be, I don't want to see all these spoiler alerts all over Facebook. I don't want anybody to give it away before I get to see it.
Well, exactly, and there's a lot of people put out a lot of fake spoilers, because it was a pre-April Fool's kind of thing, and I
stayed away.
It's like I saw something on Sunday night and I was, yeah, and then I watched it, boo.
Oh.
It's like, and he avoided getting eaten yet another year. Damn it.
Don't tell me. Tell me.
I won't mention any names, but he's the one we all want to see go.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
Yes, mull that over for a little while.
Okay.
But the movie Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, as I said, was voted by the Raspberries as one of the 100 worst movies produced in the entire span of human history.
Pretty bad.
I mean, even though we've only been producing movies like about the last century or so, last 120 years maybe, if that, but if they were producing movies in Babylon or in the Roman Empire or ancient Greece, this one would have beat them all as far as sheer suckiness. But that's why we like it here on the Angry Brothers. No movie is too bad, no joke is too bad, there's no depths that we won't go to bring you all a cheap laugh.
I like to keep my standards pretty low, so I'm never disappointed.
Well, that's right, she's the queen that's why she's here, people. But, it's like, come on, it's like, where would you rather be at 1 in the morning on a Saturday, or on a Friday night or Saturday morning? At home, sitting in your little living room,
shoving
Cheetos into your face? Or would you rather be here with this?
Or you could do both, because that's what I do.
There you go. It's like, Ash wanders around my room at the monastery. You kicked me out of my room, remember?
Yeah, I took it over.
I'm living in the basement, for God's sake.
I need to stake my claim once again. I'm back!
Yeah, stake your claim. She walked up and peed on everything. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine.
Well, if you like to put it that way.
Well, yes, and it's like, sorry. It's like, Brother Jack's just sitting there like, but fine. I packed my crap up and I moved down to the basement where nobody bothers me.
Yeah, I can't deal with the mold in the basement. You can have it. You can have the basement, the mold, the leaky ceilings.
Yeah, as long as I can get decent Wi-Fi down there, so Brother Jack gets all the porn he wants, and, it's like my Roku box works down there and the TV works, so I'm doing good, But anyway, faithful followers. So Ash, now that we know you're a Breaking Bad fan, what do you think about the series going Breaking Bad, the series going down? The fact that they've had the last episode, and the whole thing. Do you want to see them do a sequel to it, or?
I mean, I haven't seen the end of it, so I can't really say I don't know how it ends. Honestly, what I thought about the show from the very beginning is, from the very first episode, you just imagine, oh my god, how can it get any worse for them? How can it get any worse for Jesse and Walter White? And it just does. It gets worse every single episode and every single season. It gets worse and worse for them. And, it's just like, whoa. I mean, it's like mind blown. And I don't want to give anything away, for people who haven't watched the show or who haven't seen it. Well, no,
we don't want to do too many spoilers here.
But, it does need to end. I mean, the plot the plot was that he had cancer, so, I mean, and he's an older guy, so you know he's gonna die. I figured that he's going to. I don't know what's gonna happen for sure, but, I mean, I know that they're gonna definitely, it's karma. It's gonna come back and get him somehow.
Yeah,
I just want to see a great ending. That's all I want
well,
to
that's
see.
what everybody... I have yet to see the ending myself.
As long as it's better than the way that The Sopranos ended, I will be happy.
What, you didn't like
Sopranos
onion
had
rings?
the worst ending ever.
You didn't like
see
onion
that?
rings? Oh, yeah, it was onion rings and then the screen went black.
Yeah!
It's like...
What the hell? What is up with that? I was so mad. I'm still mad about that. That was like 10 years ago or
Yeah,
more.
it's like we're all
I'm
still pissed
mad
off about
that.
it. Well, you know, with James
Do
Gandolfini
that.
no longer being with us, I guess there goes any movie that they would have done.
I know.
You know, so I guess this is what we get, folks, you know, like it or love it.
Sucks. I mean, as long as it's better, it's a better ending than that, I will accept that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like, have you seen the season where did you see the one where Gus got it?
Yes! That was my favorite. Don't tell people! Not everybody has seen it!
Oh, but-
my god, that was incredible! That was absolutely incredible. I was like, my jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, it's
that
like,
was amazing.
kudos to the special effects team on that one. Yeah,
totally.
The air-conditioned
awesome.
head bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I mean, it is realistic though. I mean, if you look at the drug cartels in real life, they do shit like that.
Well, yeah, I don't doubt it, but still, I mean, you know, I will say he just walked out, did this, and fell over.
You're giving too much away.
I know, but you got to throw something out there to get people to tune in. But anyway, next week
we gotta go.
Yes.
We got things we gotta do.
Yes, we do. Next week we're bringing you another great episode featuring some independent horror films that have never been seen. The films of a very, very good friend, a real wild man from north of the border, Tony Watt. We're going to be bringing you Acid Head, the Buzzard Nuts County Slaughter. And we're going to be bringing you Nosferatu versus Father Pipecock and Sister Funk.
I am excited to see these.
You really got to see these films. We'll be bringing you some great clips, and we'll be talking with Tony to see if we can run the whole film on our show, our full show, which you can see on Vimeo, which will be Movie Night live from the Monastery.
They're going to have
Mayhem.
to edit it for television because there's a lot of
this is online, so I think we can get away with quite
on
a
the
bit.
internet, but on television.
Well, yeah, on what we'll see on KPO will be the clips, and the clips are tamed down, you know, because they're for general broadcast. But you'll get the idea, faithful followers, without a doubt. Anyway, I'm Brother Jack Angry. This is Ash, the Devil's Sister, and good night. Keep America on top, y'all. Watch Horror Hosts.
Good night, everybody.
Unpleasant dreams. Well, greetings, faithful followers. I'm Brother Jack Angry, and this is Inferno, the Cougar from Hell.
Hello, everyone.
And we wanted to take a minute here to give a special shout out to a good friend of ours, our friends at the Shilling Shockers TV show, namely Penny Dreadful the 13th, and her husband and sidekick, Guru the Werewolf. Their real-life counterparts, Danielle Gallagher and Magoo Gallagher, you know, they've had some rough times over the last year or so. Her husband, Magoo, who plays Guru the Werewolf, has been battling cancer, and as you know, with this kind of an illness and the treatments you have to go through to keep it at bay, obviously that takes a toll on a person emotionally, physically, and most importantly, financially.
Family.
Yes, and it takes a toll on the family. I know Penny's, or Danielle has taken up, you know, to try and do her best to cover any lost income by working more than one job. And that's been especially hard on her, and, you know, we salute her for that, and Magoo for everything he does. That's why we want to tell you about a site on GoFundMe.com.
It's Magoo's medical expenses, and we'll be putting a link here at the bottom of this announcement here, and it may be on the screen right now. I'm sure you'll be able to see it. But please take a moment to go to the site, follow that link, and donate what you can, even if it's just a few dollars or as little as $5. Every little bit helps. This is going to help Magoo recap or recover what he's lost for wages, what he's lost for. It's going to help make his medical expenses, and it's going to help with the things, give him the peace of mind that he can concentrate on his fight and hopefully make a full recovery. And that's what we're all pulling for here. The crew, myself, Inferna, Brother James, Torrid, Dedra, we're all pulling for Magoo to make a complete recovery. And for him to do that, he's got to focus 100% on fighting his illness and coming back better and stronger than before in 2014. And we want to help that happen. So even if you can't donate, or you can only donate a few bucks, if you can't donate, then spread this around. Like this video on Facebook. Share it with your friends, your family, your Facebook friends, your Twitter friends. Let's get Magoo the support he needs to beat this and to come back stronger than ever. So, I'm Brother Jack Angry, along with Inferna, and from the rest of the crew here at the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Magoo, keep fighting. Hang in there, buddy. We've all got your back on this.
Show support that there's people out there that actually care.
That's
when
right.
You're in that situation.
And we know that, I check the site every day, and we know that many of you care. A lot of you have donated. They're at over 50% towards their goal. So with a little bit more love, a little more support, we can get them to where they need to be so that Magoo can focus on his recovery without having to worry about covering these expenses. And we're going to do everything we can, and we hope you will too. So thank you and enjoy.